Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. Are we over that part of it? I can't figure it out. It feels weird when I say it because I'm like, you know where you are, duh, I mean hello. But at the same time I feel like I'm not properly introducing myself. But if you're new here, hi, you picked a weird day to come, but that's fine. You guys, today we are going to talk about my favorite products, makeup related for 2017. I don't have anything like pulled out. I'm just gonna like go through my stacker right here. So if I throw something off or like something seems weird, it's because I'm doing this video the only way I know how. If I lay out products without fail, I forget some. So I'm not going that route. You watched the video yesterday, which I just filmed. You're going to see one tomorrow. And these are just 2017 encapsulated for me. So these are just some products that I've been loving. Again, makeup related. And let's kind of jump into it. First, we're going to hit the primer drawer. Now, for primers, I have, I would say, 3 primers that have been like my go get 'em, yes, oh yes girl, I'm feeling you primers. The first one we will talk on is the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For primer. This one, some people really loved, some people really hated. I just scratched my face. It's a weapon. I don't know if you know that. I just like scarred myself. What I love about this is it's like a nice thick cross between like a dimethicone or like a silicone based primer and like a really thick, almost a balm or a lotion or something like that. I don't know. I've just really found that I really enjoy this. It makes my skin look really nice every time I wear it, and I do stay very matte. The second one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is my first bottle still. I've nursed it, but I did buy a second bottle finally, so go me. I'm like so proud of myself. Like good girl. What I love about this one is the way that it settles into the face. It's very refreshing. It's technically a primer and a moisturizer in one. It has a very nice silicone slip on the skin, which feels very nice and refreshing, but at the same time, it's very hydrating. So when it goes on my face, it does kind of plump the pores out, or not plump the pores, that sounds really bad, but I feel like it does kind of plump and refresh the skin in a very nice way. I don't wear it all the time anymore because I've got these other 2 primers that I really enjoy. But I really did love this. I can't exactly pinpoint with this one why I love it. It just looks so good and like hydrating and refreshed on the skin, but I can't say like other than that. It's just I really like it. Like I've always liked my makeup when I've worn it, so that's a plus. The other one that I have been loving for the past couple months, I did a full first impression on this primer. It's the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. And why don't we have a couple more friggin' words on this bottle, Origins, because I'm already like exhausted just from saying the name. I love this primer. It's almost gone. I'm down to like here, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to use it because Origins isn't cheap. But what I love about this, you guys, it goes on and it doesn't like filter my pores, but it's so cooling and refreshing, and like, I don't know, I put this on and I feel like there's like a semi-filter on my pores. And then I put the makeup on over top and I feel like it's just like, whew. You know that, like, how some things you can't describe what it does, you can only describe it as a feeling. This one, whew, that's all I got for you. I just really like it. Again, I have oily skin, so it doesn't always do a lot as far as, like, stopping the oil, but I really love it as a primer. It's just very refreshing, and again, whatever that's supposed to mean, that's what I like about it. Oh boy, you guys. Now on to foundation. Now this is gonna be intense. I loved some foundations this year. I have probably 20 foundations in this drawer. I'm only gonna pick my favorites. Okay, ones that I use consistently. Let's start with the Estee Lauder, and I'm just gonna kind of buzz through these. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover. This is literally like a tattoo cover up for your face. It's amazing. It's not my shade, it's too dark. I mix it in with so many foundations. It mixes in amazing. It's such a gorgeous amount of coverage. Like the tiniest little dot, coverage, boom, for days. My downside, they don't have it in many colors. I think they have like 6 colors for this, which sucks, but so good for coverage. I loved mixing that with the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. This summer, I wore these together a ton, even though this was also too dark for me. I did it anyways because I wanted a faux tan. You're welcome, I'm pasty. But I love this foundation. It's better as a mix-in for me, but this was a huge hitter of 2017. There's gonna be a lot of Estee Lauder in this video. The Perfectionist Youth Infusing Makeup, loved this so much. I use this as a mix-in when I need to rejuvenate a foundation foundation as well as lighten up the color, because this color is like so good for me. And it's just a beautiful finish. It's like a beautiful satin kind of finish. I love this foundation so much, again, as a mix-in, but it is gorgeous. What is another one? Okay, I'm starting to just name foundations, Paige. Do this better. One of my other favorite combinations was the Fenty Beauty. I have the shade 150. I'm actually in my cart with Sephora right now. I have a lighter shade because I definitely feel like I am a little lighter than 150. But I loved mixing that with Light 44 Cool from the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I loved mixing these together because this was so matte, which I love, but this one brought something like to the pores to like smooth them over and like mask them in such a beautiful way that the two of these together, they just pair like their finishes and the way that they manipulate my texture on my face. They look so beautiful together. My other favorite that I will talk about, and again, honorable mentions, by the way, to the Estee Lauder Double Wear, just such a good foundation in general. And I'm just giving him like, I'm trying to slip him in there so it's not like, oh, I didn't name 15 foundations. Well, like really I did. Trying to be sneaky. I'm not a sneaky person. I'm like as sneaky as a hippo running down a hallway. I have no stealth. Just in case you were wondering. Like I couldn't be a spy because I'd be like, hey guys, I'm in the bushes. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you? My bad. Anyways, these for a drugstore combination, so good. This is the e.l.f. foundation that I still don't know what it's called. It says it's the shade Porcelain, and then the number under it, or on top of it, is 83121. The number below it is 7B03EA. I don't know what foundation this is. I did a full face first impression, or just a first impression on this guy on my channel. The coverage is so good. Like, holy crap, e.l.f. bringing it to me for like how much? $5 a thing or whatever. So good. Can't say enough good things. I love mixing it with the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Again, this is Maybelline, right? Yes, again, by Maybelline. I love this as a mixing foundation. It is so nice and pasty, which is perfect because this is really dark, even though it's the lightest shade, and the shade Porcelain is pathetic because this is not light at all. But you mix these together, it not only lightens the color, but it just gives like such a beautiful sheen and like overall color to the skin. I love these together. They are my favorite, hands down, drugstore combination of 2017 for foundation. Okay, now we're going to kind of shimmy on down to Electric Avenue. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Then I take you higher. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. I just had to like get that off my chest. So, for 2017, you guys, I have so many powders that I have tried and loved. There are a couple I would give honorable mentions to. The Fit Me powder, yep, okay. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, there we go. In the shade 05 Fair, this is a good powder. Not all of my foundations like this. I wore this with my Fenty and I turned orange. So, Fenty was very particular. Fenty only liked one powder this year, but this, you guys, it's a gorgeous, if you have not and you're in the drugstore, you should pick it up. I actually lost my other one, haven't been able to find it, so I picked up this one. I wore it today, wearing it now. It's gorgeous. Couple honorable mentions. I really like the one from Patrick Starr that came out in 2017, but again, that just happened, so we'll save that one for later. My Laura Mercier, I tried out, what was the Beauty Bakery RCMA powder? Like, I tried a lot that were really good, okay? I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't, but you guys, the OG, the only way to go. Coty Airspun, I'm sorry, everyone talks about it. I get this in translucent extra coverage. I get mine off Amazon because I can never find it in drugstores because it's so damn good. You guys, this is so good. If you're like, I need a setting powder, and if this doesn't work for you, I'm legitimately sad because I love this so much. I have like backups. I love it. It's just amazing. It sets, it does everything you could want it to do. It's oil absorbing. It goes everywhere. That's fine. I don't mind. And honestly, some people hate the smell and they say, oh, it smells like an old lady. I kind of love it. Like, I kind of think it smells great, but I also am an old lady myself, so I understand. So for powders, you guys, I only need to say one, and it's this one, and I love it, and that's all there is to it. End of story. All right, so this is where it's gonna get hard because I love highlights, and I'm gonna do highlights next because they're the next drawer, which doesn't make sense, but that's fine, whatever. For highlights, have literally an entire drawer. If I had to choose, like, number one best highlight I have used and loved and been obsessed with, you guys, it has to be my Hourglass Ambient Strobe little kit. This guy right here, I love this. I use it all the time. I'm wearing it today. My favorite way to wear this, You go through all three, and then, and like, it's so beautiful. Sinks into the skin, doesn't emphasize anything but your cheekbone. It's such an amazing highlight. I literally have tried so much stuff by Hourglass that I have returned and been like, ugh, I'm not a big fan of. This, I'm obsessed with. Like, I can't imagine not having this in my possession. I love it so much. It is my go-to. It is my favorite. I love it. I'm obsessed. But the price point is, it's a little up there. But I love it. You guys, I don't think that there's any way to like say this. I think Becca highlights are like banging this year. I love them. Everything from Champagne and Prosecco Pop to Pearl to this holographic-y thing, Prismatic Amethyst. Love so much. My favorite from hers, which I would have loved to show you, is Pearl. It's like a white one, and I dropped it. I've now broken 2 Pearl highlights. They are stunning. They are gorgeous. They are everything. If you're ever in the market for a good highlight, look up the Becca highlights, because seriously, you will not be disappointed. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, Maybelline came out with, I don't know why I said that so funny, Maybelline came out with their Master Chrome highlight. This does not play. I have to mix this because I am super, super pasty. But this is such an amazing highlight, you guys. Like, it does not, for a drugstore, like, come on. It is so smooth and creamy, and you'd never know that this only costs, I don't even know, drugstore, it's like $7.99 or $11.99. I don't know. It's so good, though. Now, if you need something even a little bit more affordable than that, you guys, ColourPop. These ColourPop, this is stole the show. It is seriously, I have 2 of them. Like, I make sure that no matter what, I have one at all times. Like, it's so creamy and it's beautiful and it's reflectant and it's life. I live and die by this highlight. You guys have seen me wear this on camera, whether you know it or not, 5,000 times. I reach for it consistently. It is amazing. It is creamy. It's just like, look at it. Does that not speak for itself? It's everything. Flexitarian is also a good one. There's so many good ones, and I love ColourPop, and I love the way, actually I love to layer those 2 with each other. They're so beautiful. And I love affordable highlights because I honestly feel like it shows you that you don't have to spend $60 on something like this when you can get something so much cheaper. You put the 2 of these together and it's what, like $15? Like, I mean, come on. It's so amazing and gorgeous and fantastical. But if I had to say for highlights, those would probably be it. Honorable mentions to the Santorini by Kylie Cosmetics. That's the loose pigment one. I love, love, love that. Oh, without saying, by the way, Jeffree Star. Like, I have so many Jeffree Star highlights. I love them. They're amazing. I'm not gonna like pick one. I just know as a blanket, they're fantastic. They were one of the first like high-end purchases that I made. For highlights, and I don't regret it. Again, I have like 6 or 7. I have his palettes that he just came out with, the platinum ice and then like gold ice or whatever they are. So good, you guys. So, so good. Mine actually aren't even right here. I actually packed them recently, so they're in a different bag somewhere out. I think they're out in the hallway, which is such a weird place for them, but so good. The quality, ridiculous. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, oh my God. Like, if you're looking for anything quality, look to him. He's an independent. He does all of his own quality control and like quality testing and everything. The talent on that man and his products, queen. It's just, he's a queen. I'm sorry. So good. So good. Well, this next part is going to be complicated, but you guys, now we're on to bronzer / contour. I'm struggle busting this one because my OG, my all-time favorite, I have not yet found anything to beat this, but you can't buy it still. So hey, Marc Jacobs, get your life together and bring back the Tantastic bronzer because I can't even open it. Like, you guys, I only let myself use this like once every 2 weeks because I know it's gonna run out someday, and that's gonna be a really hard, like, dark day for me. Like, look at it. I've already made such a dent in that. Oh my God. It smells like heaven, first of all. It is the perfect color for pasty people. They have a darker version that is still available, but this one, again, this is like, think of it as the Hoola Light of Marc Jacobs. So, 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 so good. I can't say enough good things, but because you can't get it, I'm gonna let it go after I cry myself to sleep tonight. The one that I can't find that I was looking for is my Cheek Parade palette by Benefit. I am obsessed with that. I love to mix Hoola and Hoola Light, which are in there. I have actually hit pan on Hoola Light, a really large gaping circle. That sounds really gross, but I am obsessed with Hoola Light. It is what got me into bronzing up my face. I was so timid to like try it, and I was like, oh, it's not gonna look good. I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna have weird, like, oh my God. And I made such a big deal out of it that I would literally take my brush into the Hoola Light and go, Oh God, it looks like I made such a big deal. And now I'm just like, yeah, I love brown streaks on my face. Like now I'm so into it. And what I think is so funny is just how far I've come. And a lot of that started with Hoola Light in that Cheek Parade palette. And if you have not yet picked up the Cheek Parade palette, honey boo boo child, go get you some, because it is such a good palette. Even if you're a little darker complected, it's amazing because the regular Hoola bronzer is so flattering on so many skin tones. And then Hoola Light works really good if you have darker complexion for your like nose contour. It's such a beautiful, I love that so much. Like that's probably been my #1 favorite. However, I think that's buried in my closet somewhere because I took it with me somewhere else and then it got thrown in there. Now the other one that I recently discovered, and normally I don't say these if it's been this short of time, I'm obsessed with this Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I got mine at TJ Maxx over the holidays. I'm obsessed with this. I've never tried it. I got it for $25, unopened, like unscrewed with at TJ Maxx. No one had stuck their fingers in it. I opened it up and checked. So freaking amazing. I love this. My favorite is to mix these two shades, kind of do a little of this, a little bit of that, and then I go in with these up here, these two, mix them together, and I use them to kind of fix that I overdid it, because I always overdo my contour and like it just doesn't always look good. So those are what fix. They're like the eraser for this, which is perfect for someone like me. I love this. I'm obsessed. I've used it literally every single day since I got it. I'm obsessed. It's so good and creamy and blendable and fantastical. I highly recommend this. Is there like a light to dark or a light to me? I don't know. I don't know which one this is, but I really love this. And honorable mentions to this little guy. This is my little Too Faced bronzer. This is in Milk Chocolate Soleil, the light to medium matte bronzer. Beautiful, great color. I love this. I still wear this all the time. It doesn't get as much love because the other ones are usually just more convenient, but it's still so good. I found this in my vanity a couple months ago, and I've just been reaching for it more and more and loving it. So honorable mentions to this little guy. Now you guys, we cannot, I mean, again, and I try to make sure too that whenever I talk about products, things that I've been loving, things that I've been hating, righteously, I probably should have like cut this video into 2 and done high-end and drugstore, but I didn't think that far ahead. So I apologize for the length of this video, but what are you gonna do? For drugstore, you don't got a lot of money, that's fine, because holy bejesus is this heaven. This is the the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. By the time you see this, I don't know if you will have seen it, but I recently went through and talked about, they came out with more shades. They now have a sun-kissed, a light, a regular, and a dark bronzer, so I think there might be one more. So they either have 4 or 5 shades of their butter bronzer. You guys, this butter bronzer, oh, I just hit myself in the nose. It smells like you're going to the beach and you are beyond happy to be there. Oh my God, and you're sipping a margarita. For me, because I can't sip margaritas. I have a virgin margarita, but that's okay because those are delicious too. You guys, so amazing. Like drugstore, find your complexion. Again, now they actually have enough shades for most skin tones. They're amazing. This is the light one. It works so well for me. I love to actually mix this and the regular butter bronzer together. Such a beautiful sheen, so amazing. Like if I had to pick one at the drugstore, this would be it. So beautiful. All right, so now we are on to blushes. Okay, you guys, it's no like shock. Oh man, it is no, I just like broke everything in my drawer. I love blushes. It's no surprise. I am obsessed. I love, my favorite is a good mauve blush. But you guys, I have to be completely honest with you in saying blush is one of those things that I don't like paying a ton of money for. I feel like there are so many amazing blushes that are affordable. I do have a couple that are my favorite, like high-end blushes. I've been using this a ton lately. It is the Cargo Cosmetics in the shade Tonga. You guys have seen me talk about this 3,000 times. I'm obsessed with this. I love it. It is such a beautiful light tone mauve. It builds like a dream. I'm obsessed. High end. As far as another high end option that I love, these Tarte blushes. Now you guys, when this first came out, I did a first impression on this as well. I thought it was stupid that it came in like this giant, huge, bulky, weird package. Like, I understand the concept, but I just thought that it was stupid and large and bulky and obnoxious, and it didn't need to be like this. But they came out with it in like a smaller little foldable thing that's recently been on sale on the Tarte website. Get that, not this. This nobody needs. I can't travel with this. It's too cumbersome, but you can get the smaller one and it has the same great options and it's fabulous. But I kept this just because I really loved it and I was like, I'm not gonna return this and then get the other one. It's a lot and I didn't care to do it. But as far as the blushes go, These are fantastic. I love that I can pair this with so many different eye looks. Tarte blushes, I don't so much go for the highlight just because I'm not like big into Tarte highlighters. They're not my favorite, but as far as the blushes, ridiculous, beautiful. They go on like a dream. My favorite blush in this palette, hold on, I'm looking at it from the wrong way here. My favorite is probably a mixture of, I think it's Rad and Kindred, kind of, they make a little mauve color together. And then Mindful, I really, really, really love. It's so beautiful. I just love Tarte blushes, you guys. It's the long and short of it. And I love that they came out with a way to like give you so many options for one relatively affordable price. When I bought it, it wasn't that affordable, but again, now you can get one of their color things all together. And this is enough blush for like ever in a day. Like, you're not gonna use all that. It's so good. That's all you need to know. I need to quit rambling. It's amazing. Now, let's talk affordable, because I have to be honest, my favorite blushes of the year are probably ones that are of the affordable persuasion. I love this guy from Flower Beauty. This is in the shade Sweet Pea. Again, mauve tone, beautiful. I've been wearing this a ton. You guys have just recently watched the video where I use Flower Beauty, but I have been loving on him for a minute. So he is such a stunning, I said he. One of you was like, I hate it when we say he and she about products. Sorry, but I love this guy. He's amazing, and I did it again, and it's so good. You can't beat this blush. What is some other ones? Oh, you guys, any of these Milani Rose blushes, like, these are so good. This is Coral Cove. I love a good coral blush. I have a mauve version of this as well that I lost, probably because I packed it and never unpacked it, but like, look at these. They're both roses. They're both fabulous. I love them so much. The Milani blushes are just, they're so good. Like, you're not, as far as drugstore, I think, actually, I got one of these on clearance for like $3.49. I was ecstatic. I didn't even need it. And I was like, I need it, because they're just so good. The quality is there. They're beautiful. They blend in like a freaking dream, and they're amazing. Another thing I really did like from Milani was their baked powder blushes. This is Dolce Pink. This is not my favorite color. I can't find where my favorite one is, but the formula on these is amazing. They have like such a beautiful, like, semi-sparkly sheen to them. Like, they're a great blush topper. They're a great, like, maybe if you're going like a matte contour, or maybe even a matte highlight, and you still want a little zhuzhi on your cheek, they're just so beautiful, and I love them in general. Whether they're a topper or your main attraction, they're gorgeous. Oh, one thing that I did want to give honorable mention to was the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush. This is in the shade Naturally Pretty. This pink shade, I did not think I would love it. It's like a cross between a pink and a mauve and a nude, and I love this blush so much. I reached for this so much, like, I wore off the little emblem and everything. It's so good. What I loved about this blush is that it legitimately does like minimize the look of pores on my cheeks. I was shook to the core. This is so good. I recommend this blush to anyone. I don't love everything from IT Cosmetics, but I can tell you right now, well, I don't think you love everything from any brand, but this is so good. Like, I can't tell you how much I love this blush, so it gets an honorable mentions as well. The other one that gets honorable mentions is the Carity palette for blush and bronzer. This I respect and love for a couple reasons. One, it does have two bronzers down here. They are both shimmer, so be mindful. I love that they put together all of these blushes for one simple reason: skin tone inclusivity. They actually put together a palette that so many skin tones can wear. Deeper skin tones all the way to lighter skin tones can love and appreciate these blushes. This is isn't this just their cheek palette or something? Cheek and, yeah, oh, it's like right here in huge gold letters. The blush and bronzer palette, and again, 10 richly pigmented and blendable shades. They are amazing. The quality is ridiculous. Carity, in general, Carity products were one of my favorite finds of 2017. Their brand is insane. I have done probably 4 or 5 videos now designated strictly to Carity and their products. They are so good. I love them so much. And this is a brand that you will see an up-and-comer. I would be shocked if one day this didn't get picked up by Ulta or Sephora, because as an independent, they are insanely good. Their stuff is so affordable. You can get a palette from them for like $25, and the quality is ridiculous. So that is so good. All right, we're gonna skip up and over a little bit to brows. You guys, brows. Okay, my favorite of all of 2017, that I have loved and lost and loved again and repurchased over and over again is this guy. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Diviner. This is light brunette, which is not my color. I prefer brunette. I've tried this guy. It's just not dark enough for me, but it's not what I'm wearing today. But it's the best. It has the best fine tip. It reminds me so much of the Anastasia, the little Brow Wiz, whichever one has like the tiny little point. I did try that again this year just to see if I loved it. It was not my favorite. I felt like I kept thinking I'm using a $20 pencil when I could be using a $7.99 or a $10 pencil or whatever this guy is. And it's just such a good product. It's creamy, it's amazing, it goes on like a dream. I love it. And it has that thin little pencil like lead if you prefer that. Okay, another one that gets honorable mention from me, again, I haven't been like loving it, but I haven't used it a ton. I've been using it for about 2 weeks, but I do want to have like a thicker option in there for those of you that prefer a thicker crayon-esque. This is the Flower Beauty Draw the Line, this guy right here. It is in the shade Brunette again. I love this. It is so insanely creamy. I feel like I've been using it forever. I mean, I've used it probably for about a week or 2 weeks straight now, and I'm just now like running out of product, which is crazy. One of these L'Oreal things lasts me, if I were to use it every single day, about a week. I go through that much because I have no eyebrows. We've talked about this, but you guys, this is such a good option. Also drugstore. As far as high end goes, I don't want to like endorse any from high end because I feel like I don't use a ton of them. I take that back. I loved the one by IT Cosmetics. They have a brow definer or something along those lines. I really liked that. I actually purchased more of those while they were on sale. Again, high end, but I only buy them when they're on sale because I don't need them, because the ones I buy are from the drugstore. I also did try the Anastasia Brow Dip. That's pretty good. Honorable mentions there. I felt like it made my brows look a little bit too dark and intense, and they're already dark and intense, so I didn't need any extra help, but also good quality. But you guys, I'm not gonna lie, brow favorite. It's L'Oreal. It's affordable. There is nothing else you need. This guy is amazing. End of story. You guys, concealer, the one, the only, Shape Tape. There's nothing else to say. I think they're coming out with a foundation based on this formula. I'm quaking. I cannot wait for that. I want the foundation. I've said this so many times on my channel, like, oh my God, I wish that this was in a foundation. I'd covered my whole face in this. Like, it's just so good. This has the best formula. It leaves you hydrated, but covered, but amazing. It's so good. I've repurchased, just like the rest of the beauty community, I've probably purchased this 500 times. They actually have the option on the Tarte website for auto ship. Excuse me, I just got the email on it like 2 days ago. They give you, it's 10% off when you sign up for auto ship. Like, you get to choose how often you want it, and then they're like, oh, you get 10% off and it'll show up every month or whatever. How awesome is that? I didn't do it because I try so many different products. I don't know when I'm gonna need new tubes, but you guys, this is ridiculously good. I love it. Now, if you're looking for something on the drugstore side, the Catrice Liquid Camouflage, which my empty container is like buried somewhere in the depths of hell on this vanity. Also a good one. It's $5.99. It's so good. Again, that is the Liquid Camouflage by Catrice. So good. Those are probably the only two that I would even mention. I've tried a ton of other ones that were okay. They were this, they were that. But honestly, high end, this guy, he's my number one. I would splurge on him all day long versus anything else. I love this. But the Catrice one is really good too. It just has a little bit less hydration looking to the skin, and it's a little bit less coverage. So I still prefer this guy, but it's so good. Like, if you're on a budget, Catrice Liquid Camouflage, go do it, try it, you will not regret it. Oh, eyeliners, that's what I'm forgetting, everything about the eyes. Okay, so let's start with eyeliners. Now, a lot of these are like buried yet again on here, so I'm sorry, I have a horrible, like, I'm not organized enough for this kind of video, but if I wait till I'm organized, you won't see this video until 5 years from now. So just bear with me a little bit. My favorite felt tip liner of 2017 is probably the, oh, this is Too Faced, not him. I mean, I like this guy too. This is the Sketch Your Marker, wait, what is this? Liquid Art Eyeliner. I thought it had a fancy name. This one by Too Faced is okay. My favorite is the one from Stila. The Stila felt tip liner is the best. Where is it? Haha, it's right here. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. It is a felt tip. This thing goes and goes and goes. Mine is fine. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was dead. No, it is not. This thing goes forever. It is so good. I love this liquid liner, or, you know, felt tip liner. It is by far the best. Now, as far as a waterline mascara, I have only, up until recently, used one that I consistently really enjoyed, and that was the Urban Decay, hold on, I just had it. It's right here. I put it back in the box. It is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is the OG. It doesn't stay very well in my waterline, but it's in the shade Perversion. I love it. If you guys go onto the Sephora website right now, you can actually get a full size of this eyeliner and a full size Perversion mascara for $15, which is insane. I don't know if they still have it on the Ulta website, but I did just see it on Sephora. So this is such a good deal. These by themselves are like 24 bucks, and then these are like another 20 bucks. Like, it's ridiculous. It's such a good deal. But this is such a good black eyeliner. It stays really well for most people. Not so much for me, so I think I'm kind of the odd man out on that. But Maybelline just came out. I said Maybelline, funny. Maybelline just came out with a really good eyeliner. Do I know where it is? Hey, I found the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. Well, don't need you anymore, but I found it. Okay, I can't find the one I'm talking about, but there's a new one that just came out by Maybelline, and it actually stays in my waterline. You guys, that literally has never happened before. It is so amazing. The quality is ridiculous. I highly recommend it, and I will try to make a mental note to remember to link that down below for you guys, because it is so worth it. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how good that eyeliner is. Again, it's a tight rim liner, so for like up here and on your waterline down below, so good. Stays put like a dream. And again, I will try to remember to link that down below. Editing page, remember to link that down below. Thank you. So those were really the only two like black eyeliner, bad to the bone, black eyeliners that I would really say that I fell in love with. Now, as far as mascara, it was kind of the same thing. You guys, I have tried easily like 30 mascaras this year, or, you know, 2017. I tried so many. I came, I love, I lost. It was a whole fiasco. My favorites, this is my number one. My number one favorite, boom, right here. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. I love it. It's what I'm wearing right now. It seriously does give me, like, I don't even know if you can see them, but it makes my eyes look like I have fake lashes. It's magical. I don't even know what to say. I've been using this for probably 2 years now. Like, since it came out, I've been obsessed with this. I love it, and that's why I love it when they do these duo packs, because I buy a ton of them because they're amazing. Now, runners up. Buxom. I love this one. This is their, like, Big Fat Lash, or Big McFatty, or Fatty McScrewer, or something. I don't know. It's just really good. It's their Buxom. I think Buxom only has like one mascara. It looks like this. They offer it in a regular and a waterproof. I use the regular because me and waterproof mascaras don't tend to get along very well, but I love this. It's so good. I love, more than anything about this, the wand. It's like a giant, huge wand applicator, which I thought I would hate. Turns out I love it. It does such a good job lengthening and defining and just like my lashes. It's amazing. Again, second only to the Perversion mascara, which does everything. It lengthens, it volumizes, it does everything so good, and my eyelashes hold a curl so well with Perversion. They do with this too, but Perversion, it just edges this one out a little bit. Now, if we want to talk drugstore, I have one that I'm obsessed with from the drugstore. It's my favorite, end all, beat all. I don't even screw around. I loved the L'Oreal, the one that came out, the Better Than Sex dupe or whatever, the Lash Paradise. That was a really good mascara, and I loved it. I still use it from time to time, but it is edged out every single time by the original L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. I love this. It is iconic. When I was probably 18 years old, before I hardly even wore makeup, I needed a mascara, and my friend Angel turned me on to this one. This is what she used all those years ago. I don't think she uses it now because, you know, some people grow and evolve, unless your name is Paige. And it is such a good mascara. Like, ever since the day that I saw it, first of all, she has amazing lashes, like always has, always will. But I put this on my lashes and I was like, holy bejesus. It is life-changing. I love this for a drugstore option. I think it is so good. I also think the Lash Paradise was okay, but that one gets a little bit too clumpy, and this one just does everything right. It like lengthens and volumizes, and ooh, and it's gorgeous, especially for drugstore. It's just such a good option. So good. Setting sprays. You guys, for setting sprays, I have to be honest, my favorite still Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the best setting spray, in my opinion, in the entire world. It does everything you need it to do. It sets down everything. It really pulls all of that powdery look together, and it just makes your face go shoo and it's amazing, and it really does help make my makeup last. Sometimes if I am gonna have like a super long day, I'll actually wear this and spray it on in between like makeup steps just to like, you know, give myself like layers of spackle in between the added product. But it's just, it's such a good option. It's amazing. I wouldn't trade this for anything. However, there are a couple other options that I really, really like. I have been using and trying out the Skindinavia makeup setting spray with oil control for a long time. Hey, Skindinavia, if you want to partner with me, I've been using your stuff for a long time and I already love it, and no one had to pay me to say that, because it's really good. I love this. It's just not readily available at like Ulta or Sephora, but it still is really good. And a lot of times they have a really good sale on their stuff. So very good, high quality, excellent. What was, oh, I know. Dang it, I forgot to mention this. You guys, the Photo Finish Primer Water by Smashbox is so good. It was in with my sprays. So good. As a primer water, I actually put this with a primer and it goes and it just, it's so good. So don't forget about this. It's good. Now, if you're someone that is looking for something maybe a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more replenishing for a primer water type, or not primer, I'm sorry, for a setting spray type thing, the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1, this is actually, they call it a replenishing primer and setting spray. It is so good. Prime, set, refresh. I love this. I will use this before I put on my makeup, again, to refresh it. I'll use it to set my makeup if it's like a little bit too mattifying and I want it to be a little more dewy. I use this, and I also use it like during the day if I'm like, God, my face feels dry or cakey. I'll just go and I'll give it a nice little coat of this stuff, and it does such an interesting, like, it's so weird because it like sets everything back down, but at the same time it replenishes it and again makes it look dewy and just so happy. It makes your skin look happier throughout the day, which I love about this so much. It's amazing. It's a great option, especially if you have like combination to dry skin. Such a good option. I'm oily. I use it too. So I feel like everyone could benefit from having this like in their drawer just as like a standby option, but it's really, really good. And honorable mentions goes to the one spray that I can't find that I love. It is the Morphe, it's the continuous spray. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know where, I literally have like 6 of them somewhere and I can't find them, but they are so, so good. They're a good continuous spray. They set your makeup flawlessly. They feel so good on contact with your skin. They're so like refreshing and rejuvenating. They're amazing. The other one I love is the Catrice, oh wait, it fell on the floor and I broke the cap off, but it's still really good. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. It feels good, it smells good, and it does do something. It has some talent inside of it that does like change the way your pores look on your face. I use this in a full face of Catrice where I just like tried all their stuff. This, it does something. I'm telling you, it like refines the pores. I don't know how it does it, but it's amazing. It's affordable and it's broken at the moment, but I'm gonna fix it. But it's so good as well. So if you're looking for something a little more affordable, this is awesome. Ooh, and also affordable, the NYX mattifying setting spray is to die for. It's literally what I used for so long before I found the Urban Decay all-nighter. Do I have one? No, I think I used my entire thing up and then never replenished it, but you guys, it's so good. Drugstore. So good. NYX mattifying setting spray. I believe they have one that's not mattifying as well. So good. The quality is there. You would not be disappointed. Now, I believe, if memory serves, that brings me to lipstick. And I have no lipsticks out in front of me because I feel like I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm going to tell you what I loved. Let's go high end. I loved YSL. I loved the Estee Lauder. I loved, Pat McGrath. I loved so many. The one that stands out the most for me would probably be Jeffree Star. I think that his lipsticks are amazing. The quality is ridiculous. Celebrity Skin is still, I still lost it, still can't find it. Still one of my favorites. Nope, no hiccups? Okay, no hiccups, we're good. Don't worry, guys. I fell in love with liquid lipsticks and all the different finishes. An ultra glossy lip from ColourPop, beautiful. I fell in love with glossy lips. I fell in love with so many things involved in the lips. I could make a whole video designated to just that. But you guys, just know that lipsticks, oh my God, you have so many good options. If you're looking for a matte liquid lipstick, again, I would say Jeffree Star, hands down, probably my #1 pick, because his are wearable and comfortable at the same time, which is a really hard like balance to strike. But his are so good. They stand out to me as the #1 pick that I have for a matte liquid lipstick. Again, regular twist up, there are so many options I'm not even going to get into right now, but those brands are amazing, the ones I already said. As far as, drugstore, I would probably say Maybelline and L'Oreal. Both of their twist up kinds are so good for lipsticks. I love them. I wear them on a daily, regular basis. As far as glosses go, you guys, though, there's only one option. There's only one way to go with glosses. ColourPop is good. Everything else is good. The number one is Buxom. You're not gonna find, I mean, the Buxom glosses to me, like, and I have so many. None of them are in here because I literally keep them like in my purse and in my pocket and wherever else they are. Like every single day when I go looking for a gloss, I have to actually go to the utility room where our washer and dryer is. Because on top of that, my mom has a box that she throws all the stuff that's in my pockets in. And in that box is usually the lip gloss I'm looking for because it's always in my pants pocket. I love it that much. I literally never leave the house like without one of these glosses. Buxom glosses are the way to go. They have a variety of like shimmers and sparkles and whatever kind of finish you're looking for, they have them and they are so freaking good, you guys. Do not sleep on Buxom. It's amazing. Kylie Cosmetics / ColourPop, because we both know they're the same. Their glosses are really good. They have a variety of them that are opaque or sheer. You can choose whatever mixture in between those two spectrums or ends of the spectrum you're looking for. They are so good as well. Glosses are such a specific to you kind of thing because some people love them, some people hate them, some people say they're sticky, whatever. The Buxom ones are the only one that I have consistently found that no matter what, I'm obsessed. I don't care. I love it. It's amazing. Don't sleep on a Buxom gloss. Now, I say all of that, but honorable mentions to the MAC lip glass in the shade Please Me. This is the glass that actually, or the lip gloss, I should say, that really turned me back on to glosses. I had forgotten how much I loved them. I picked this one up and the rest is history. It's a beautiful nude. All the ones that Patrick Starr just collabed with MAC and came out with, those are also beautiful. Anything from MAC you won't go wrong with. My favorite's still Buxom, but these are amazing too. They have a beautiful amount of opacity to them. You can build them up, build them down, whatever you want, but the glassiness of them stays for so long and they're beautiful. Now, I could give you lip liners, but honestly, you guys, I use whatever lip liner I find that's relatively affordable. Lately, there have been a ton from Urban Decay and ColourPop on sale. Those have been the ones I've been using, if I'm just being completely honest. I don't always use a lip liner, so to me, those aren't like a standout item, but they're still really good. Oh, lid primer. My favorite lid primer is and always will be probably Urban Decay. Normally I have the Eden one, which again is the one that looks like a concealer. I love that one. This is original. And the Smashbox eyelid primer. Those are my 3 favorite eyelid primers. Now, is that everything? You guys, I think that that's everything. A couple of random extras. I could do a total like video on tools, but if I had to pick like my favorite as far as makeup sponge goes, this is the Real Technique sponge. I love this sponge. However, recently, and by recently I mean within the last couple of months, this guy got edged out and I can't even find his competition. But the Morphe, there is a red Morphe sponge that looks so much like this, and it lasts literally twice as long as a Real Technique sponge. Real Technique sponges are good, they're affordable, and they last a nice long time, but I'm telling you, try the Morphe one. Try that. There's a Morphe red one, and it's so good. Again, I'll try to link that one down below because I can't find it, but it's so good. Like, you guys, you won't be disappointed. They're both so good. No need to get that Beauty Blender, that really expensive $20 sponge. No. Just no. Like, I don't get them sent to me for free in PR, and I'm not gonna go spend $20 on a friggin' sponge. No thank you, but those are awesome. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead, bop over, and tomorrow's video for you guys is going to be the 2017 hair and skin hits, my favorites that I've used consistently. That video will hopefully be a lot shorter than this one. Oh my God, I didn't say any eyeshadow palettes in this video. I was gonna save them for last, and then I literally almost forgot. Okay, this video is already ridiculously long, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this. You guys know my collection of eyeshadows is embarrassing at best, but my favorites are anything by Natasha Denona. I'm obsessed. I have 4 of her palettes. I think that the quality is ridiculous, but so is the price tag. But I love her shadows. If you're looking for quality and expensive, you will find it here. Her stuff is ridiculous. I think it's made in like Israel or Egypt or something like that, but the quality is just stupid good. It's ridiculous. As far as an all matte palette that I did not anticipate loving, this is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. This is actually the only thing from the collection that I love, that I have stood by, that I think is amazing. I don't think it's the most like creative layout or anything. Like, I'm not gonna say these colors are new and revolutionary, but they are amazing. They are creamy. They are blendable and the smell is not overwhelming. It's just pleasant and it reminds me of summer, and it's so good and it's gorgeous too. Like, how pretty is that? Now, this is not the palette I was looking for. This is the Carity Just Peachy palette, but you guys, anything by Carity, you will not be disappointed. They are ridiculous. Like, look, I've literally beat this up. Like, for a week after I got it, all I did is play with it. Everything that they have, in my opinion, is so good and high quality. This is like 25 bucks and it came out at the same time as all these other like color palettes that looked like this, and it's such a bargain and it's so good, but you're not sacrificing quality or even amount. You still get a lot of product and it's so good. Anything by Carity, I strongly recommend. You guys, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, his Beauty Killer and Androgyny palette, like, they're so amazing. The quality is ridiculous. His pan size is insane. I think that you won't find another person that cares or looks at makeup the same way Jeffree Star does. These are amazing. I'm so glad. I'm so excited. In February, he's actually coming out with another palette, and you bet your ass that this girl is going to be right on the finish line, like ready to hit purchase the moment those are launched, because they're going to sell out like crazy. I'm so excited though, and I love these two palettes. I got them in 2017. I used them all throughout 2017. They are amazing. The color combination is like crazy and fun and out there, but so good. Highly recommend. I don't have it sitting directly in front of me, but of course the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, that has like taken the internet by storm. It is such an amazing palette. It's so affordable. It has so many different options in it. It's amazing. I've also really been loving, oh, well, I loved on that all year, whatever. I also love the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Of course, that is like iconic. It's so good. I can't imagine like not having it in my life. It has like the beautiful fall warm tones that no matter how many times they're released, that palette will always be iconic for what was inside of it. You know what I mean? You know how weird that is, but it's a weird sentence to say, but it's true, and it is so good. I love it. And also extra props / honorable mentions to the Huda, this is, which one is this? The Desert, yes, the Desert Dusk palette. This is so beautiful. Not all of the shades in here I was in love with, but overall I loved the color combination and just the way that this palette is arranged with the shimmers and everything. Such a good palette. I love it so much. Now, there were a ton of other palettes that I could have named, that I could have mentioned, but again, you guys, there were so many palettes. Like, I can't even, eyeshadow, I can't even. The Urban Decay Naked Heat, the Tartelette Toasted, like there were so many that came out that had similar colors and pops of colors and just overall even similar layouts, and I love them all. Eyeshadow is like my thing. I love eyeshadow. My eyes look like this, but I love eyeshadow. Whatever. You guys, that is it for this video. It's already like 45 minutes long, which is too long. Have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'm gonna hop over and shoot tomorrow's video, so I can't wait. You guys, 2017, what a ride. 2018, it's gonna be a bigger ride. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Any Harry Potter fans out there? Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye. On to number 3, favorites of 2017. 2017, 2017.